What's up, Juventini? Training camp has resumed, but not if you're Douglas Luiz. He no-shows Juve, and Juve is fuming. We'll go over the details there. And a Vlahovic severance package has been agreed on. We'll go over the details there. And McKennie and Juve looking at a U-turn, looking for him to remain, and Napoli accelerate for Miretti. We're going to go through it all together right now. I'm Berto. This is the AJC here channel dedicated to Juventus. It's July 24th. Let's rock with the news. We kick things off with training camp resuming, and everyone has returned, obviously, other than Douglas Luiz. He no-shows the first day at training resuming, and now Juve fuming. They're set to punish the player. They're set to fine him. The relationship is clearly broken. He was not in Tudor's plans heading into the 25-26 season. This is how he chooses to respond on the first day of training. Now, even with Juventus fining the player, this situation is ugly. He has a strong and healthy market with 7 clubs interested out of the Premier League for his services. However, this action and just airing it all out there that the relationship is broken will definitely stifle any type of leverage Juventus were to have in making a deal. Now, what we see now is, will he actually, in fact, return tomorrow, the next day, at some point? Juventus can keep piling up fines on this player, but the situation is a disaster for Juventus. Douglas Luiz no-shows training. How do you feel about it? Hit me in the comments. Now, there were 2 other players not present at training either, but it was planned. Jonathan David dealing with paperwork on his stay in Italy, and Chico Conceição given a couple extra days vacation, probably because he had to come in earlier to wrap up his move from Porto. Now, when we get to fullbacks, João Mario, the deal is complete. His medicals were done today, and Juve still shopping for fullbacks. Vasquez is being looked at by Juventus. They are cautious about the player's salary, but apparently today there are new talks set for Molina, and Juve is going to look at this option for them moving forward. Now, when it comes to this whole situation, João Mario, contrary to popular belief, based on my feelings around the move with Costa, I have no problems with João Mario, and I can make complete sense of Juventus making that signing. The problem I had with the move was it necessary to completely abandon Alberto Costa? Because you saw less than $1 million in capital on that move, and you're still going to look for more fullbacks. So that's the part that I didn't quite grasp, especially when João Mario was valued at 12 million euros, and you've got some goodbyes set to go down that would have covered that deal. So that's the only part I question. Nonetheless, João Mario, welcome to Juventus. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you hit the ground running. Now, we get to Dusan Vlahovic. Is a severance package done and agreed upon? Some outlets are claiming that Juve and Vlahovic have an agreement for 10 million euros to say goodbye. That's only on the contract portion, and now Juventus would have to find a team to purchase. However, Nico Schira contradicts that and claims that there are 2 scenarios put forth right now by Vlahovic and his agent to Juventus. The first is, you give Vlahovic 10 million euros, you give his agent 5 million euros, and then that'll be your severance package on the contract, and then you could try and find a deal. If you terminate completely, the player, the agent, will take nothing, and then they'll go and find their own next club on their own accord. That's all fine and dandy, but then that sees us lose 20 million in capital, which Juventus simply can't afford. Any way you slice it, Juventus is going to be taking a loss. They have to minimize the loss. That's going to be the best route possible for them. For me, I've said it all along, your best bet is to try and break even on the sale and cover the difference of what a team wants to pay on his salary in their agreement. cover that difference on the first year, and then make it go away. Now, there are also rumors Milan obviously waiting and lingering and just waiting to see how this situation develops, and they could put forth an offer. It's also rumored that Malik Chow could be offered in a deal to try and land Dusan Vlahovic, but Milan want Vlahovic according to all the reports. That's an ugly scenario as well. So a few ugly things going down right now, and Comoli, he's got his work cut out for him. That's for sure. When we get to Weston McKennie, apparently he is not out of the squad whatsoever. Tudor admires the player, and there's actually a U-turn that could be in play from McKennie and Juventus on working out a contract, despite the fact that there was differences on the agent fees and commission fees. Now all of a sudden they could get back into negotiations because Juve want to avoid losing him on a free. Meanwhile, you have Milan and Napoli also monitoring the situation around Weston McKennie. So that's the latest on him. When you get to Napoli, they are accelerating for Fabio Miretti. Apparently a 4-year contract will be offered up to the player, and their first offer to Juventus is ready, and it's going to be around 10 million euros. We'll see how Juventus acts on that. But that is the news rundown to today. You know what the drill is. Like, subscribe to the channel, join the AJC Army, but let's mix it up in the comments. How do you feel about Douglas Luiz's actions? What do you think the best plan of attack for Dusan Vlahovic is if you're in Juve's shoes? And right backs, we brought in João Mario. Who would be the next out of the list of options we've got? Hit me in the comments, everybody. Let's mix it up. We're back tomorrow with another edition. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.